Simon & Schuster Audio presents A Mastery of Monsters by Liselle Sambury, read by Angel Pean. For the overachievers who thought you needed to have everything figured out at 18. You don't. You're allowed to stumble and crash and burn. You're allowed to still be figuring it out. You're enough, just as you are. Author's note and content warning. While this is a work of fiction, some of the topics discussed do exist in our real world. I've compiled a list of content warnings to help those who may need them. I've done my best to address everything here, but I keep an updated list on my website in case I am later informed of triggers that I may have missed. Please visit that site for the most updated information. Death of a parent, death of a teenage child, fat phobia, mentions of disordered eating, restriction, dismemberment, drug and alcohol use, violence, gore, and a mention of suicide. Prologue. Sammy should have realized she was too drunk 3 drinks ago. She stumbled behind her friends as they wound around bodies to the exit, sweat slicked and slouched, mascara smudged. They hadn't chosen Stages because it was the best club downtown. It was probably closer to being the worst. But it had had the shortest line to get in. The strobing lights flashed in hot pinks, electric blues, and neon greens, illuminating the galaxy glitter she'd spread on her face earlier. Only, she kept forgetting she'd put it on, and it rubbed off a lot. She swayed as she walked, the motion gentle and soothing, like being rocked to sleep. It didn't fit with the stench of body odor and sour bite of spilled beer. She pulled her phone out of her purse and opened the top message thread. Her own blue wall of text stared back at her. She flushed. The club was too hot, she told herself, unable to look away from her screen. She and Riley weren't the same. She knew that. Sammy didn't have this grand legacy, and she wasn't trying to prove anything to anyone. She wasn't historic. She just wanted to have fun. That was the point of university, wasn't it? You were supposed to party. Come on! A hand gripped hers, and she jumped, dropping her phone. It clattered on the tile with a crack. She closed her eyes and groaned. Once she managed to peel them open, she picked up the phone and stared at the shattered screen. A few swipes confirmed that at least it was still functional. Her friend kept apologizing to her and promising to replace it. She wouldn't. They were both broke. Sammy would just have to put clear tape on it and then beg her parents for a new one when she went home for reading week. More likely they would say she should replace it herself. Ask where all that money went. She stayed in Kingston over the summer specifically to work. Riley was meant to line something up for her. Instead, Sammy was left on red, unemployed, and burning through her student loan. She trudged forward and pushed the door of the club open. Outside, people were leaning against the side of the purple building and spilling into the Metro grocery store parking lot. The summer air was cool, but she was still too hot. She walked through a cloud of weed and vapor smoke, batting it away with her hands and fluffing her curls. They were crunchy as fuck, too heavy-handed with product, Riley always told her. Across the street, the black sign with the Bubba's logo gleamed. If Riley were here, they would have gone inside and split a poutine. Extra curds, extra gravy, plus 2 Cokes. Not zero or diet because they were supposed to be having fun. They would have made their way back to campus, arms entwined, on the edge of too full, snickering over some shit they were watching on Sammy's phone, then fall asleep on Riley's bed when they were supposed to be watching a movie. She turned away. You should call Walk Home, her friend said, the same one who'd made her drop her phone. We're gonna split an Uber. Sammy scowled. She wasn't about to wait 20 minutes for the volunteers at Walk Home to reach her from their on-campus hub. None of her friends lived her way, but she would be fine. She waved off the pleas of the...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?